Happy New Year. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. The fans here in Detroit ready to cheer on their Pistons in this interconference matchup. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves. They took the loss in this East versus West matchup during the regular season last year, dropping both games.
And in their two matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall.
Exactly. I mean, when you lose as much as they did last year, you'll get beat by teams that aren't playoff powers for sure.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. We've got Johnson. Now is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Redick in the two.
Wes Matthews, a hard-nosed player on the wing. Strong frame, and he really does put it to good use at both ends.
That's good. Lucas has got his first 3 points of the game. Rivers again. It's Dragic. There's a good screen. Yao kicks to Johnson. Offensive rebound. And Millsap slams it in.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA's such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on the play.
Here is Matthews after the basket by Minnesota. Shot clock at 5. No good from Lucas.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now here's Kobe. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Dragic kicks to Mozgov. Out to the wing. Releases from 15. Rejected by Millsap. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. They are going crazy.
Screened by Lucas.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Dragic dishes to Mozgov. Wasted no time on that one. Mozgov's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
Yao kicks to Millsap. Baseline J on the way. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Millsap's got his second bucket of the night. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
The Pistons working the ball around now. Mozgov's shot is off.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Kobe with it. Picked up by Rivers. Matthews, no one around him. Off target from the wing. Detroit had a hard time making shots consistently last season. Clark, not a good shooting team from the floor. And, of course, that's in this league, it's going to kill you.
Yeah, it really will. I mean, at one point last year, Kevin, 3 of their 5 starters were in the bottom 10 in terms of players' field goal percentage. I mean, hard to win any game that way.
Did you just see what I saw? I mean, that move was out of this world.
Executed to perfection, Greg. I mean, he had the rim in his sights and was not going to be stopped.
And finishes with 4. Boy, you got to love that.
And the Pistons will finish in the bottom 3 in terms of team shooting last year. But for the most part, their shooting did improve over the course of the season.
And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like this, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-handers.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Good turn to use one of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny, that's a facial.
Minnesota calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's Rivers. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Millsap at the elbow. Puts it up from 12. Rebounded by the Pistons. To the paint. Got a hand on it. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Millsap's running. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That is his first foul of the game. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Minnesota. So it's the Timberwolves now. Here's Rivers. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
It was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft. Will help.
Good way to start, you're right. Detroit making a switch. Reed's checked in. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
And really, last season was one of improvement for the Pistons. They were able to shoot the ball better and better as the season wore on. Overall, they cut out the little mistakes that had bothered them back in 14.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Quincy Aces checked in for Millsap. Cephalosha comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Tony Roten in for Austin Rivers. Picked by Yao. And Muhammad kicks to Aces. Dishes it to Yao. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
As you said, Greg, the Pistons were a team that showed marked improvement. And Clark, they did clean up their play style as well.
Yeah, they got better from 2014 to 15 in terms of upping their assist and cutting down the turnovers. Just made it a much more enjoyable game to watch the way they play.
And Minnesota has possession. after the basket by Detroit. And it's Reed pulling it down.
If they get in every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. Detroit shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. And the technical free throw is good.
And a lot of teams in the West can at least get a little bit of a breather when they go against the Eastern teams. The Wolves didn't have that last year. They got pummeled by the entire conference.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Dallenberg's checked in. Shot clock at 6. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Greg, as you said, with the Wolves, they had as hard a time with the East as anyone. Only managed a 9-21 record, Clark, out of conference.
And those 9 wins were the fewest against the East for any team in the NBA. Not a surprise given how badly the Wolves struggled in general.
Dragic kicks to Lucas. Reed a screen. Matthews into the lane. He took good advantage of that screen. Matthews has got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And it's Roten finishing it off.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? Not when you can finish like this guy.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. You can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Now, here's Roten. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
And, guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Well, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
Outside Dragic. Over in the corner, Matthews. To the right side. Here's Lucas. The shot is off. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And he gets it to go.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. They're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Dish now to Bryant. Loose off the pick and hammers it home.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
Now here's Roten. He has 6. Cephalosha passes to Ace. Tries from the block. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And that's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. He'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
The Pistons shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Ronny Turioff, who's checked in for Lucas. Kyle Anderson comes in for Wesley Matthews. Daniel Green is checked in for Bryant. And it's Cassell for Goran Dragic. The feed now today. Rebound, Detroit. There's 18 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Cassell. Green left side. Three-pointer. Falls. Great assist by Sam Cassell. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The three from Cephalosha. And that concludes a back in. And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Minnesota, we got Yao. Rivers out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Austin Day. And it's Millsap in the power forward position. Mozgov passes to Cassell. Picked by Mozgov. Cassell kicks to Mozgov. Here's Lucas. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark finding a way, 100% effort all the time.
And, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch. Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Ronny Turioff, he's checked in for Mozgov. Reed comes in for Lucas. Anderson, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Green and for Kobe.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Well, with Coach Stan Van Gundy, it was a very successful first year in Detroit. He's a guy who's going to build around defense. That's been his MO.
And Van Gundy has always been a defensive first type guy, Kevin. I mean, the last 30 years, he has probably the best defensive efficiency for a career as a coach. And his teams always play with great emphasis on that side of the ball.
And the wide open shot from Green. Releases from the wing and drills it. Green's got it all tied up now for Detroit. Feeds today. He kicks it to Yao. It's Redick on the wing. He feeds it to Millsap. 5 on the clock. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. Millsap's got 8 points. For the Pistons, their last game a loss to the Knicks in New York. Here's Anderson, rebounded by the Timberwolves.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough. Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. A young team trying to find their place in the league can have it tough on the road, Clark, and the 2015 Timberwolves typified that sentiment.
In spades, 7-34 on the road last season. Dead last in the West as they won only 3 road games against the rest of the conference.
Minnesota making a switch here. Johnson's checked in.
And with the Wolves on the road, they shot threes better and had better offense. They would still lose by double digits on average.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Yeah. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. That's now 8 points for Yao.
You know, guys, for the Wolves on the road last year, it was hard because they are in the West. I mean, we've talked before about how far they have to travel as a team for their road games.
Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Willis Reed. Rivers kicks to Yao. Shot from 6. The shot is off. And it's Detroit the other way. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Here's Reed. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Reed's got 4 this quarter. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. The pass to Reddick. Here's Yao. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Turioff, the pass to Cassell. He dishes it to Reed. Pass to Anderson. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Reddick's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Yao. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Reed a screen. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Muhammad's checked in. Now here's Rivers. 5 points in the game. And Muhammad kicks to Millsap. Here's Yao. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Tremendous output from Yao. He has 12 points, and he's picked up 1 down.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Minnesota.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Tabo Cephalosha has checked in for Millsap, and Roten subbed in for Rivers. Bryant dishes to Mozgov. The jump hook, and the shot is good. Mozgov's got 4 this quarter.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
And it's Johnson penetrating, and he gets the bucket. Johnson's got the lead up to 6 now for Minnesota.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, it's no doubt. Lucas, that's good.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Johnson with a screen on Dragic. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season. Especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
It's Dragic with the drive. The offensive rebound. To the middle. Here's Bryant. Got a piece of it. Inside. And Muhammad throws it down.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight. And for Roten last season, he even took on more of a scorer's mentality. Went up in points, went down in field goal percentage. But like a boxer, he gets a little extra credit for pushing the action.
Muhammad, the pass to Dallenberg. Great D that time from Lucas. Dragic with it, and Roten picks him up defensively. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And, you know, talking about Roten, I think the next step in his development is to produce at the same level, but with greater efficiency. Too often, his highlight reel passes led to turnovers. He would gamble defensively, too. That's, to me, just a young player growing up on the job. Well, how about Kobe in this one? 9 points and 3 dimes.
And he's really put together a nice combination of points at the free throw line, but also getting the assist.
Can you say fundamentals clinic, guys?
Nice ball movement by Detroit. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season. Said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
AC down low, defended by Lucas. AC's shot is good. AC's got his second bucket tonight.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And Lucas slams it in.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Minnesota calls timeout.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Day. He's checked in for Shabazz Muhammad. .119 left in the first half. Minnesota in the lead. There's the pick. Pass today. Kicks to Roten to the left wing. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Puts up a 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. .54 seconds left in the first half of the game. Dragic kicks to Lucas. Mozgov dishes to Dragic. Outside Bryant. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Roten with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Matthews with the steal. AC the pass to Dallenberg. It's stolen by Dragic. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Oh, and the jam by Kobe Bryant.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Screen by Dallenberg. Dallenberg with the screen on Kobe. Mozgov with the block. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Yao Ming really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Yao Ming really has his fingerprints all over this one.
I tell you what, though, it's going to be important to see if they can slow him down in the second half, because so far they have not had anybody that can disrupt his rhythm down low.
Well, how about guys mixing up the looks? I mean, bump him out a little bit, running, doubling, anything to try to get him off his rhythm.
Dragic is out there with Kobe. Then it's Matthews. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Lucas in a power forward. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Rockets. The second chance effort. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That's on Yao Ming.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Well, last season, the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you know, they were spoiled for a while there. How about going to the playoffs for 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch here of late. But you get the feeling that the building blocks are in place for another push.
Kobe goes in. Dishes it to Mozgov. Outside Bryant. 5 on the clock. Yao with the block. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Shot clock at 2. Count that one. And the Pistons lead by 1. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. It's Redick on the wing. The dish to Yao. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Yao's got 16.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Dragic kicks to Matthews. Back to Dragic. Minnesota with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Johnson can't hit. The Pistons shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Kobe with the bucket.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Picked by Yao. Rivers dishes to Yao. And that one is stuffed right through. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
Looking over there at Greg, he's enjoying every second of the
Yes,
Listen, the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Detroit making a switch here. Cassell's checked in. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Plenty of space. That's good. Cassell's got his first basket.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now the pass to Johnson. Now the feed to Rivers. And Redick kicks to Millsap. It's deflected, and they get it back. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Minnesota. Pistons on defense. It's a one-point game. Here's Kobe. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on. Clark had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one, although if he missed it, I might have.
And when you watch Les Matthews, you see he's just a fantastic perimeter defender, Clark. He can match up well at either the 2 or the 3.
His combination, Kevin, of length and strength and lateral movement make him an outstanding defensive player.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and you can see right there why he does.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Now dishes to Millsap. The shot is off. Great D that time from Lucas. Matthews, no good.
Even though he isn't having the best of game from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And for Matthews, you know, he knows that he's a strong defender. And so last year, his claim was that he was the best two-way shooting guard in the NBA.
Now here's Matthews, following the missed shot by Timofey Mozgov.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
4 on the shot clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Listen, he has a chance to be considered the best two-way player at his position, and not sure if he is the clear-cut winner of that debate, but he is in the conversation.
A different look here for Detroit. He comes in for Mozgov. And it's Dragic in for Kazan. And then for Minnesota, Quincy is checked in for Millsap. Austin Day comes in for J.J. Redick. And Roten subbed in for Austin Rivers. Now, here is Reed. 6 points for him. Bryant. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And last season, really a tale of 2 halves for the Wolves. When Ricky Rubio returned from injury, they just looked so much more in sync as a team.
Well, the Wolves improved just very slightly last year in terms of wins, Clark. The quality of play on the floor, though, was visible.
Yeah, and, you know, the team's point differential was a lot better with Rubio in the lineup. They did have some big wins over quality teams, and Rubio's impact was certainly noticeable.
Day, the pass to Roten. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Roten's got 8.
You can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down. You know you're flowing.
Muhammad up top. At the top of the key, Dallenberg. It one-handed.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Puts up the baby hook. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Now here's Muhammad. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Roten gets to Dallenberg. The thing about Sam Dallenberg, he has been an outstanding defender over the course of his career. Really, guys, the consummate rim protector.
Great length and quickness with timing as a shot blocker. Ended last season 8th on the all-time blocks list among active players.
Minnesota making a switch here. Cephalosha's checked in. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. The Pistons leading. To the paint. Reed misses. For Minnesota, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Cephalosha kicks today. And Turioff pulls it down.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Cassell, no good. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Cephalosha kicks today. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. Will shoot two. It's going to be on Willis Reed. Fans had a hard time finding their way to the stadium last season for the Pistons at the bottom in several home attendance categories last year.
Yeah, that's right, Marvin Hills. I know. I mean, they used to go a lot when they were winning championships. But to be fair to those fans, it was hard at times to watch the Pistons play. I mean, they could get cold and really struggle on their home floor.
Daniel Green is checked in for Kobe.
For the Pistons, a lot of their woes here at home were due to defense. I mean, their 18-23 home record comes from allowing too many good looks for their opponents.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Roten kicks to AC. It's deflected, and they get it back. That's good. Dallenberg's got 5. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Cassell kicks to Turioff. It's Reed high post. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. He's got 10.
And the Pistons, how about starting out 2 and 13 at home? I mean, they did turn it around afterwards, going 16 and 10 to finish out the season. At least they seem to be headed in the right direction.
And Dallenberg kicks to AC. Kept alive. The layup missed.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Poked away. And stolen by Roten. Here's Dallenberg. Drops in the layup for 2. Dallenberg's got 7 points.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass. It hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, but over a full game, I like their energy. And if they can maintain that level of effort, I think it bodes well for them down the stretch.
Shot clock at 5. They get a hand on it. Here's Reed. It's blocked. And the dunk by AC. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
Looking over there at Greg, he's enjoying every second of it,
Yes,
Clark.
he is.
Yeah. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Timberwolves ahead, leading by a point. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. The Pistons trailing. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Paul Millsap out there with Yao. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers. And it's Johnson in the small forward position. Have to like what we're seeing from Yao Ming.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He told his squad, listen, guys, it's close. It's about execution here. If we do that, I like our chances. No hero ball, just trust each other and make the simple play. Kevin?
Wow, the fans are really getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game.
Up to this point, Greg, it's been almost impossible to separate these teams. I think this one's going to be close all the way.
At the elbow, Green. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Timberwolves trail by 3. On the wing, Johnson. Pass to Rivers. It's Reddick on the wing. He kicks Dion. Lets it fly. Reddick with the bucket. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Cassell gets the Curry off. And there's the pass to Cassell. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And Green with the basket on the assist from Ronny Turiaf. And the Pistons lead by 3. Rivers kicks to Yao. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through. To the inside. Millsap.
And Paul Millsap, guys, the only player to lead the NCAA in rebounding 3 straight seasons back in college. A former second-round pick was kind of slept on, but now clearly making his mark in the NBA.
Both free throws good for Millsap. And he isn't the biggest body at 6'8", Clark, but Paul Millsap very effective.
And part of his being underrated and underestimated, I think, is due to that size. Folks are finally starting to come around. That kind of production he's put up will make that happen.
They get the rebound. Reed makes it off the glass.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
Here's Yao. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Yao's got 24 points.
And Millsap with over a 7-foot wingspan and also just a great nose for the ball. He gets you rebounds, blocks, and he leads all power forwards in steals pretty much every season.
It's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
This game, as close as it's been, we really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overturn in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Here's Reed. Falls. Great assist by Sam Cassell. Cassell's got 3 assists tonight.
And speaking of Millsap's defense, I mean, he can switch out and cover perimeter players as well. His smaller stature gives him that versatility, but then the long wingspan allows him to still bang with the biggies.
Minnesota calls timeout. Lucas is checked in for Detroit. The Timberwolves trade. Rivers with it. Outside Millsap. Down low. Inside. And the basket by Yao. Yao's got 26.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Reed a screen on Rivers. Cassell the pass to Reed. Feeds it to Lucas. Tries from 10. The shot no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Pass to Johnson. He feeds it to Yao. A fader. Lucas with the rebound. Lucas has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. He dishes it to Reed. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Reed's got 10 points here in the second half.
That's 3 or 4 from the field for him now, guys, and he's really been a big part of the scoring here in the fourth.
The jump hook. Another shot. And it's Millsap laying it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
Well, that's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
And the dunk by Reed.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Johnson attacking. Detroit with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lucas the pass to Cassell. Back to Lucas. The trade. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Passes it to Red. It's deflected. Reed with the steal. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's foul number 2 for him. Kobe's checked in for Cassell. Here's Bryant. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And it's a 5-point Detroit lead.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
The high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Johnson outside. 4 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Here's Kobe. And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Detroit making a switch here. Matthews is checked in. Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for Minnesota. Yao in the high post. Lays it up and banks it in. Yao's got 28.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
Outside, Green. Reed a screen. Outside, Green. It's Reed, high post. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
They get 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Redick against Green. Now here's Redick. Not a lot of room. Here's Yao. And that one's good. Yao's got 16 here in the second half.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Timberwolves trailed by 6. Rivers kicks to Redick. Lucas with the rebound. Lucas has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Matthews dishes to Bryant. Here's Reed. Yao with the block. Rivers passes to Redick. Outside Millsap. Kicks to Sefolosha. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Lucas, that's good.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them.
Inside, here's Millsap. Great D that time from Lucas.
tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket, and that fella's in the middle.
Matthews, no good.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Detroit leading by 4. Now here's Kobe. Dishes it to Green. Now the feed to Green. Screened by Lucas. 6 on the shot clock.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Rivers picks to Millsap. Good! And now they trail by just 4. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul. A different look here for Detroit. Mozgov, he's checked in for Reed. And it's Dragic in for Daniel Green. There's 37 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. It is now to Mozgov. Back to Dragic. Outside Bryant. Shot clock at 5. Power down with both hands.
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
Redick for 3. Can't get it to go. And so the Pistons take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but Clark, a win nonetheless.
Yeah, it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd is not going to let this one slip away.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now we'll send it up to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who is standing by for the postgame show.